Hello guys, this is Jawad and this is my first video today. I'm going to say something about the Saskatchewan PNP program requirements and what type of documents and tasks you need to start. Okay guys, let's talk about the three main things, and they are the education and your professional designations or classifications, and if you have any certifications or any certificate, they are equal to, they are more than 1 year and they are equal to any degree. So let's talk about the first, the education or trade certificate, degree or diploma. Those should include the copies of your official transcript where applicable. These documents should show your school attendance or course you took. And the second thing is the professional designations, professional associations, membership, or any other certificate that is equivalent. And the other thing, the certificate I'm talking about, that is equivalent, that must be verifiable from the Canadian Education System program. So for the education, you need these things. Let's talk about the work experience credential. You must have a minimum of 1 year of paid work experience in skilled occupation over the past 10 years related to your field of education. Your work experience must be in a high skilled occupation that could be O, A, or B, that is considered to be in demand and in the Saskatchewan. The first two things I have written, SINP, occupation and demand, and NOC. The both things needs a lot of explanation. So I'm going to make another video for first two things. I'm talking about the third one. Submit letter of reference from previous employer to prove each work experience you have listed for the point of assessment grade. So the third documents, let's talk about the third document. Okay, let's talk about the experience letters. I have experienced in Middle East and the Asian country like India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, and all those countries. When the people get the experience letter, they get only one paper and only two lines saying that okay, this person have been working from this year to this year in this company, and uh, he's very honest and he's very punctual, and that's it. So that experience letter is not going to work. You need some specific things in the experience letter. For the experience letter, it must tell your job's classification or your designation, and also your main duties and responsibilities, what you are going to do or what you have done or during your job. It must clearly written. And the third thing is number of hours you have worked for each positions, how many hours you have been working uh, during 1 week or during 1 month or during 15 days. And there must be a contact information for the supervisor, because the Canadian immigration, they are going to call any one of all the experiences. They are going to call and they are going to verify your experience, and if something happened they could not verify, and they will find any you misconducted or you provide a false information, they are going to ban you like maybe up to 5 years. So be careful. Okay, let's talk about the professional proof of license, and it's totally depend on your occupation or how on which occupation you are going to apply. So you need to see the SINP and demand occupation list. I'm going to provide one more video, and I'm going to describe you how you are going to see that list, how you are going to apply for your license, and where you are going to apply for license. So you don't need to worry about this is needed only for 20. 20 occupations out of 40. So still you have the 23 occupations on which you really don't need. You only need this license if you are an engineer and you are going to do a technical work, or you are architect or construction engineer, or you are any type of engineer, then maybe you need this. Okay, over here I'm going to tell you about the language credentials you need, because you need your name in the express entry too, because this PNP program, if you are going to apply successfully in PNP program, then you will get a certificate, and that certificate will give you about 600 more marks. So your total marks is going to be like, if you have 300 marks, 300 points in an express entry, then you are going to get 900, and you will get invitation from Canada, and you can go through your immigration process. So the minimum score required for to apply, I think I'm talking about the Middle East and other countries, so I will go for IELTS. But there are other two language programs which include C, LP, IP, and French. But the IELTS is very common in the Middle East and the Asian country. So if you are going to do IELTS, you need a minimum 4 score, and you need 4 score in every part: reading, writing, listening, and writing. For the fourth part, for the four of each part, you need 4 point minimum. The total is 16. Let's talk about the settlement plan. You need to attach a settlement plan to your application. You must use the IRCC Living in Canada tool to create your settlement plan. But I'm going to give you an overview how you can create a settlement plan. You need official letters from your bank or official statements. You can say your bank state, that includes your bank statement or any other statement. You can take the certificates from the institution, financial institutions. And but I'm going to tell you one more important thing over here, that these when you are going to apply, your funds should be like, you should have to maintain those funds from prior last 3 years from your when you are going to apply. So in my opinion, you should keep the funds, if you really want to take the opportunity, you should keep those funds about 6 months in your banks, so you can easily apply. And other important thing over here is, many people has a question: how much money how much money needed for one person to be there? So I'm going to tell you, if you are only one person, you need 12,164 Canadian dollar. 12,164 Canadian dollar, and this amount should be in your account prior to like 3 to 6 months. And if you are two people, then it's a 15,143. If you are three people, then it's a 18,000. You can say you need to add 3,300 for every another people, or 3,300 to 4,000 for another one people, if you are going to add. Like if you are seven people, you need 32,191. And uh, the most important, again and again, I'm telling you, have been maintained at least 3 months prior to submitting your application, and maintained throughout the entire immigration process. And the entire immigration process, sometimes it takes like more than 6 months. And also, there's one more thing: they should be on your name, not your father's name, not your brother's name. All the funds should be on your name, or they could be on your spouse name. So you have only one option: your spouse. You don't have your option of your father or your brother. Okay, I was talking about the funds. There are lot of other things that those needs to be described, but over here I don't have much time to describe. I don't want to increase the length of the video. I don't want you to be bored. Um What kind of funds? As you can see on the screen, they can include personal check, bonds, cash value, mutual funds, provident funds, stocks, tax-free saving accounts, term deposit, and treasury bill. So I'm not going to describe everyone over here. You need to go to your bank and you can ask them what it is and what are the requirements to get any of it. Okay, if you have any close relative, you are going to get more point. So the point is what kind of close relative. The close relative does not mean your really blood relation, but it means your relative, which can include parents, sister, brother, niece, first cousin, grandparents, a step family member. If you had worked in Saskatchewan like last 5 years, and you work about more than 12 months or equal to 12 months, then you are going to get more points. I am not telling you right now how many points you are going to get. I will calculate the points. I will make another video in which we will calculate the points one by one. But first, if you have prior experience in Canada in the same province, then you can get more points, and the experience should be more than 1 year. Okay, if you ever had studied in Canada, then you can get more points. Study mean you are studying in any educational institute or you get any certificate or diploma, but a verification is needed, a letter from registrar stating that you studied at a Saskatchewan institute. So they need really a proof too. Okay, there are any other documents. I'm going to state some other documents over here if you need, these documents are minimum. So they can ask you more documents on this, the whole process. So you should keep these documents ready and scan copies on your computer every time. And they can include birth certificate, marriage certificate, adoption paper, dependent details. If divorce, then all the paperwork of divorce and the reason and the common law relationship, passport, police report if applicable.